Every year, the smartphone industry follows a predictable script. Apple and Samsung launch a new flagship, brag about a microscopic jump in processor speeds, and slap a higher price tag on the box. But right now, a massive shift is happening behind the scenes that could make the upcoming Google Pixel 11 Pro the most disruptive phone we've seen in a decade, and it has nothing to do with chasing benchmark records. For years, buying a Pixel meant accepting a compromise. You traded raw power, cellular signal reliability, and battery efficiency for the best camera software on Earth. But the latest supply chain breakthroughs reveal that Google is about to break its own rules by fixing its biggest historical flaws while fundamentally redefining what a smartphone is supposed to do. To understand why this is a massive threat to the status quo, we have to look at the component that has secretly held the Pixel line back for generations: the processor. While Apple's A-series and Qualcomm's Snapdragon chips have dominated raw performance charts, Google's custom Tensor silicon has historically struggled with thermal throttling and power drain under heavy loads. The Pixel 11 Pro changes this narrative completely. Instead of playing catch-up in a hardware race that doesn't actually benefit the average user, Google is pivoting toward an architecture built entirely around sustained, real-world efficiency and next-generation neural processing. This isn't about bragging rights on a graph. It's about a phone that stays ice-cold while rendering complex tasks and manages to squeeze unprecedented endurance out of a single charge. This hardware evolution directly unlocks what will likely be the true crown jewel of the device: a display panel that fundamentally changes how we interact with our apps. Rumors out of the display supply chain indicate that Google is sourcing a next-generation OLED matrix that solves the classic smartphone dilemma. Usually, if you want a screen bright enough to comfortably fight direct sunlight, your battery percentage plummets. If you want extreme battery life, you get a dull, uninspiring display. The Pixel 11 Pro is aiming to shatter that compromise by using an incredibly advanced material stack that delivers astonishing peak brightness and deeper contrast ratios while actually drawing significantly less power than previous models. This means fluid gaming, vivid media consumption, and perfect outdoor visibility no longer come with a battery life penalty. But a brilliant screen and an efficient chip are useless if your phone can't maintain a basic cellular connection, an area where previous Pixel generations faced justified criticism. For anyone who has ever watched their battery drain in real time while searching for a signal on a road trip, or experienced dropped calls in a crowded area, the Pixel 11 Pro brings the upgrade that matters most. Google is reportedly integrating a drastically overhauled modem architecture designed specifically to maximize signal retention in low-coverage zones and minimize power consumption when switching between 5G networks. It's the kind of unglamorous foundational upgrade that doesn't look flashy on a marketing billboard, but it completely transforms the day-to-day ownership experience from frustrating to flawless. With the foundational hardware flaws finally addressed, Google is positioned to unleash its actual superpower: an unprecedented integration of system-level intelligence. Up until now, mobile artificial intelligence has mostly existed as a collection of standalone apps, neat photo tricks, or gimmicky voice assistants that require manual activation. The Pixel 11 Pro is shifting the paradigm by embedding Gemini directly into the core DNA of the operating system. We are moving away from a world where you manually jump between a calendar app, an email client, and a messaging platform just to coordinate a dinner plan. Instead, the device is designed to understand context natively, executing multi-step, complex workflows across your entire digital life from a single natural prompt. It stops feeling like a pocket computer running isolated applications, and starts acting like an actual, proactive digital partner. Of course, this profound level of system intelligence extends straight into the camera module, an area where Google has always punched far above its weight class. While competitors continue to cram massive, power-hungry sensors into increasingly giant camera bumps, Google's philosophy has always leaned heavily on computational brilliance. For the Pixel 11 Pro, the synergy between updated sensor hardware and the new localized processing power means that mobile photography is moving beyond just capturing a clean image. Low-light video processing, which has traditionally been a noisy, muddy mess on mobile devices, is seeing an astronomical leap forward by processing complex light data in real time right on the chip. Zoom fidelity is no longer just about digital cropping. It's about reconstructing missing data to deliver crisp, usable shots at distances that used to require a dedicated DSLR lens.